this is a baseline assessment, so what I'm going to ask you to do is to read the words on the sheet. It's not a sentence. Is that too glary for you?
It's alright.
Because we can lift it up to take the slightly
Yeah,
the glare away. Okay then. Read as you would reading. Don't read down the columns. Read across as you would if you're reading a book or a newspaper. I'm going to ask you to read for a minute. What I'll then do is to tell you how many words you read in that minute and whether or not there were any errors in the words that you read. If this is very, very easy for you, we'll take it down a notch so that the print size is better, gives us a better idea for the assessment.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to time you, and I'm going to ask you to start now, please.
Catch, tiled, gazed, could, fresh table, llama stick, uncle fruit, woman stamp, mouse plate, level night, break paper, source below, ground front, paler house, learn glass, pilot shirt, cove white, torch bread, jelly sweet, dodge hotel, heart diary, growl tulip, spoke brick, treat chair, legal pearl, leave usual, clean happy, older grief, jewel niece, curry sheep, trial voices, shoes bagel, dance carol, opera, human, space, could, cloud, speed, offer, badge, honey, black, heavy, smile, patch, stone, court, apple, burn, field, bird, clock, lemon, fluff, tripe, style, ankle, after, print, wheel, grate, froze, rough, dirty, vital, cream, smoke, plume, 7 brand words.
Okay, right. I think we need to go down one.
Yeah.
You did it in a minute. A couple of errors, but I still think that was probably a little. Yeah, I think you can go a size down. So, but that's because you're at the beginning of a sight problem.
Yeah.
You'll see from the one I'm reading from, which is the one I can actually see. I'm on N24 because I can't see them any smaller. So again, pop that on the clipboard.
Seems to be quite a big difference between them.
Sorry. And we'll do the same thing again for another minute, starting from now.
Catch, tiled, gaze, could, fresh table, llama stick, uncle fruit, woman stamp, moose plate, level night, break paper, source below, brown front, paler house, learn glass, pilot, shirt, clove, white, torch, bread, sweet jelly, dodge, hotel, heart, dairy, diary, growl, tulip, spoke, brick, treat, chair, legal pearl, leave, usual, clean, happy, older, grief, jewel, niece, curry, sheep, trial, voice, shoes, bagel, dance, carol, opera, human, space, cloud, speed, offer, badge, honey, black, heavy, smile, patch, stone, court, apple, burnt, field, flood, cloud, flood, clock, lemon, fluff, tripe, style, ankle, after, print, wheel, grate.
Okay, that's great. So you got tripe in the minute, and you had 3 errors. So let me just stop this and make a note of that. So 1 minute equals tripe, 3 errors. It means something to me. Okay, that's great. Fine. Lovely. Right. Let's get rid of that one. I'll leave it out because we will come back to it. Okay. Right.
You've lost N14.
I don't know that I ever had N14. there were some missing. I was doing one. How do I stop this? Okay. I was doing an assessment with a young chap who had very, very little sight, and I didn't have a font big enough for him to be able to see. So that was quite. So they're not all there. Okay. Right. What were you using? And
That one I just did was 12.
12, isn't it?
I hate pages like
Okay, this will do for the purposes of our assessment. Okay. Right, actually going to take you back a step to our clock, I think, in the first instance. Okay, right, let's try a little bit of trickery. We're using our clock again. What we're going to do now is eccentrically fixate your vision.
Okay.
Okay, so let's have that there. Is that comfortable distance for you?
Yeah.
Okay then. Right, so just to recap on what you told me about the clock, when you were looking at the central spot, you were having some difficulties identifying number 2.
Yeah, 2's gone.
2's gone, and you were having a few difficulties with 7 and 8.
Yeah,
As
7
well.
and 8 on there. 3 is also gone, but I don't know if that's the glare from the light.
Okay, let's see if we can turn that down a bit or take the glare. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Take the glare off it.
3's come back.
3's come back. Yeah, there we go then. Right, what I want you to do now is move your vision around. Start off with the central, focusing on the central dot, and 1 and 2 are missing.
Yeah.
Now move where you look with the centre of your vision until you get 1 and 2 back, and tell me what you do.
I went up and right. My focal point is just above this fold in the paper.
Okay, so you've
and
come
1 and 2
up
above.
and right through a 45-degree angle. That's great. Okay then. Right, let's have a look. Go back to the central dot. 7 and 8, I presume, are somewhere in the mists of time.
Yeah.
Now find them by doing that again.
I look to about here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're consistently doing is you're looking up and to the right of what it is that you're trying to focus on
Yeah.
through about 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Okay, so your external fixation point is 45 degrees up, middle right, for when you look at things. Turn to face me again. Nose.
Yeah.
Okay, move up and right and tell me what you can see. Move up and right so you can see all my face.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that for you is a pretty consistent eye movement to bring the rest of the things that have been blurry or missing into focus for you.
Yeah.
So your best quadrant of vision is up and right. Yeah? Okay, so that's all you need to do. When you're looking to read something, look up of it and slightly to the right of it, and it will come into focus.
How does that work for reading? Because
I'll show you
your
now.
peripheral vision isn't as strong as your
It's
central
not, and it's slower, but this is
Because
a
I've tried it
technique.
with small text,
Yeah.
and I can see that there is stuff there,
Yeah.
but it's not readable.
No. Okay. All of the things that we've done have shown me that without using that technique and without anything other than your glasses and a bit of decent light, you can read N14. N16 more comfortably, but N14
Yeah.
it is okay. What you need to do, and this is, again, like riding a bike or learning anything new, it's a technique you have to practice. And the more you practice it, the more automatic it comes. If it's any reassurance to you, I do it by automatic. I don't even think about it because I see better when I do it.
Yeah.
Watching the TV, if you're sitting and watching the TV, practice. You'll be able to make bits of the picture on the screen disappear, and you'll be able to bring them back as if by magic. Some people, when they're on public transport, look ahead of them and they can make the thing in front of them, say there's a car in front of it, they can make it disappear and reappear.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah? Okay. So I would suggest you don't do that when you're driving your car. So what I would like you to do now is, using this sheet, which I did have in my hand a minute ago, and I'll put it down somewhere. No, it's underneath here. There we go. So many bits of paper with this.
That's 14.
Oh, okay. Did I fish it out? Is that the 12 bag?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll put it back in there.
14 has just reappeared, but it wasn't there anymore.
Okay.
Good job I'm not on 6.
It's good you boy.
Not on 6.
Okay. Right, pop it on the clipboard, hold it at a comfortable level. If we start here with this sentence in the middle, because it's in quite bold print, start with the first word
Yeah.
and use that technique I've just talked about, looking above it and slightly to the right of it, so that you can see the word.
I can see the word when I look directly at it. When I look at the word next to it, so if I read and, the word hits disappears. So
Yeah.
hits is fine because there's no word before it
Yeah.
to disappear.
Yeah.
So I can actually read that one looking directly at it. But when I move on to the next word, the word that was there has gone.
The word to the left of it as
Yeah,
well.
so it
but
says-
you've read that already,
yeah.
you don't need to read it again.
No.
So that's not a problem for you.
No.
If it was the other way around, it would be more of a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, so if you practice, if you actually look at that word directly, you can read it.
I can read that.
Okay, what about if we go for a smaller font? Because your sight is actually still reasonably intact, this is
Yeah.
a little bit more fiddly to do. So here we go again, same sentence here.
Yeah.
If you look directly at it, you still
If I
getting
look
it?
directly at it, I can see most of the word. I mean, I know
okay.
it says
so this
hits.
is okay for the purposes of practice
Yeah.
then. Okay. So what I want you to try and do now is to use that, focus on the word, so that bits of it are there, bits of it aren't. Now slide your vision up and to the right. Does the word come into more clarity?
Yeah, I can see all of. I mean, before the bottom half of the H was missing when I look directly at it, and when I look above it, the bottom half of the H isn't missing, but it is harder to read. I think solely because it's a bit of my eye I'm not used to using.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's try using this technique of looking slightly above and slightly to the right, but bearing in mind you're not far away from this, so it's a minute
Yeah.
eye movement. It's not a great big sweeping, up to the right. It's a tiny little eye movement for you. Have a go at just, if you can, reading that out.
Looking above it.
Looking above and to the right. There's no speed or test involved in this. This is just a practice. But you need to give me a clue.
Okay,
I can't mind read.
the problem I'm having now is when I'm doing above and to the right, and my bottom kidney is blocking the word.
Okay.
So I'm now looking above and to the right, and it's disappeared.
Which word does this be? The word you're
The
reading?
word I'm trying to read, because
Well, in that case, it's probably you're looking a little bit too far above and to the right. Just
I
make
can
it
be.
really, really tiny.
oh yeah, okay,
Got it?
yeah.
Because what you did by doing a bigger eye movement was to bring in
It
your
brought
other
it, yeah.
patch. Yeah?
Okay, hits, I think that's meant to say hints. Hits and tips to make the most of these techniques when reading. Practice little and often. Initially, a few minutes at a time, several times a day is best. Make use of good task lighting. Use a clipboard to support text and maintain a good close working position. When reading, get the first letter of the first word clear, using eccentric fixation if you need to. Those that don't eccentrically fixate can still look directly at the first letter, then make use of steady eye strategy.
I'll teach you that now. I can't do it.
It's quite tiring, this. It kind of makes your eyes want to close. Practice using materials that interest you. Family photographs, large print letters, articles, newspaper, headlines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. The steady eye technique is really hard. Really, really hard. I can't
Filling
do
me
it.
with confidence.
Sorry about that. The steady eye technique suggests that you fix. I'm gonna show you. I know I can't see this, but I'll show you this. Let's imagine that I could see this, and I'm going to focus on the first word. Okay, and I'm going to focus on the first word, which I can't see at all. So I'm going to shift into my best part of vision, which for the purposes of this, I'll pretend to be you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look slightly above it and slightly to the right, and hey presto, there it comes. So I've externally fixated.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to keep my eyes absolutely steady,
Move.
and I'm going to move that. Now if you can do that, you can be the assessor and the teacher, because I can't. And I have
Seems
tried.
quite tiring. Why does it read like that? Okay, so
I tell you where I can do it. I can do it on a computer screen. using Zoom text on a computer
Yeah,
screen that you
trying.
can you move the text. Keep your eyes
Yeah.
pretty still.
I can't keep them still. They want to move with the words.
I know. For me, that's something I don't know
I'm
whether
going
it's
over the
yeah, I don't know whether that's better for people with more sight loss than you have, but for me, it's actually it draws quite a lot of attention.
It does.
Not many people read by waving their arms about in front of a fixed vision. So if
Which
you're
means
looking,
it's not really for the purpose of what I'm finding coping strategies for. This wouldn't be a great.
probably not, but it is a technique.
Yeah.
So here we are. We have a technique to be used in the privacy of your own home if you can do it. But obviously,
I
you've
can't
already
do that.
said you that wouldn't be
My
suitable.
eye wants to follow the word.
Yeah. Again, it's a skill.
Yeah.
But
Which I like.
which you don't have at the moment. Right. So just to round it off, let's go back to our.
What's the tea looking for?
I'm looking for the list of words that I had you read whilst I found you, but I don't know what's wrong
You
with
put
them.
them back, I think.
I didn't know. I said I'll leave them out because I'll come back to. Oh look, I did. I left them out because we'll come back to them. Right.
Those
That's
definitely
mine.
yours.
And these are yours. Okay. Now, exactly the same operation again. And I'm not expecting enormous results here because you've had no
Yeah.
opportunity to practice. But what I want you to do is to use that technique that you've just learned. Focus on the first word, or the first letter of the first word. Upwards and to the right. Again, mini eye movement, just so that what is the first word?
Catch.
Okay, so let's get the C work so that you can see all of it by moving your eyes up and to the. You're shifting your scotoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're shifting. It's like literally you're moving something out of the way because it's you can't see through it. So what I want you to do now is to use that technique and continue with the reading as you did before, and I will time you. I won't time you because this has gone funny. What do I clear it?
Reset.
Okay. So what I'll time you again, see how far you get in a minute, and if there are any errors. There may not be any difference in this at all, for all of the reasons we've already talked about.
Yeah.
Go.
Catch, tiled, gazed, could, fresh table, llama stick, uncle fruit, woman stamp, moose plate, level night, break paper, source below, brown front, paler house, learn glass, pilot, shirt, clove, white, torch, bread, sweet, jelly, dodge, hotel, heart, diary, growl, tulip, spoke, brick, treat, chair, legal, pearl, leave, usual, clean, happy, older, grief, jewel, niece, curry, sheep, trial, voice, shoes, bagel, dance, carol, opera, human, space, cloud, speed, offer, badge, honey, black, heavy, smile, patch, stone, court, apple, burnt, field, flood, clock, lemon, fluff, tripe, style, ankle, after, print, wheel, great, froze, rough, dirty.
Stop. Okay, so last time you got to tripe, this time you got to dirty. But this time you had no errors.
Oh.
So you sped up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, by 9 words, and you reduced your errors.
I think it's taking the guesswork out when I see part of a word and I just pretend I know what the rest
I
of it
remember
says.
teaching you to read. You guessed then as well. So, while I wasn't actually expecting there to be much of a difference, there was. And that's the technique for eccentric viewing.
Well, that's good.
And you can use it for
Life.
absolutely everything, not just reading text. Okay,
Great.
practice, practice, practice.
Thank you.